Okay, I don't know if you guys are familiar with r/just unsubbed. This dude on the just unsubbed subreddit is talking about r/atheism. So I want to take a look at some of the loudest complaints about r/atheism. Let's see what this guy says. Just unsubbed from r/atheism because what the actual. Here's the r/atheism post. It has 3,000 upvotes, supposedly. If this is real, I assume it is. Christianity is a disease and we need to eliminate it immediately for hope of a proper society. Join the boycott. Longtime lurker, but I've had enough. That's it. They can take away women's rights, but they can't take away our right to protest. Throughout its history, Christianity has caused millions of deaths and holds society back with absolutely zero benefits for anyone. So far, I think this is indisputable. Christianity has caused millions of deaths and holds back society. Yes, absolutely. Christianity has always stood for traditionalism or whatever. They're trying to hold society back where it is now and prevent it from making progress. Is that disputable? I don't understand. By the way, the algorithm is hitting me hard right now, completely ignoring me. So I'd appreciate if you watch to the end of the video. Having increased watch time as a percentage and a raw number is what pushes the video further. Also check out my books, owenmorgan.com. All right, back to the video. With absolutely zero benefits for anyone. I mean, there's a community benefit, so I disagree with that one, but okay. I'm tired of these brainwashed people forcing their Sky Daddy's magic book down everyone's throats. Okay, Sky Daddy, super cringy term in my personal opinion. However, that's absolutely happening. This is indisputable, right? Brainwash people trying to shove their book down people's throats, like Kenneth Copeland, evangelical nutcases? Is that not true? They believe women are nothing more than property, and that is not acceptable. This is generalizing very much. There are good people that are Christian, so I don't want to throw it all into the same bucket, if you will. But I would definitely say that evangelical Christianity, Christian nationalism right now is 100% for sure full-blown nutcases that are trying to hold us back, that are trying to bring us back to the 1800s and all of that stuff. I agree with that for sure. They hate women, they hate gays, hate black people, they hate everything we are. Yes, those evangelical groups, for sure. They hate George Floyd. Indisputable. There is a Pardon Derek Chauvin movement going on right now, pushed by Ben Shapiro, the Daily Wire, the largest social media commentary network there is, to my knowledge. I think he's at least in the top 5 on Facebook. So yeah, indisputable. They just stripped women's rights and are happy about it. They want us to go back to the 1800s. Next, they will want their slaves back. Well, I mean, not for nothing, but Donald Trump just signed an executive order to allow segregation again, didn't he? Trump admin dropped the policy prohibiting contractors from having segregated facilities. So the federal government says we're not going to work with anybody that segregates their workforce. And Trump says, we're undoing that. People are now allowed to segregate the workforce again. So I don't think it's a far reach to say something like this. They're going to want slaves back. I mean, we are taking steps in that direction, indisputably. And don't call me crazy for saying that, because they just did the unthinkable and stripped away women's rights down to birthing machines only. That's absolutely 100% accurate. They did. Yeah, they reversed Roe v. Wade. These people are a disease to society. I mean, it's very clear they're talking about evangelicals, right? Because it's very clearly not all Christians, by any stretch of the imagination. There are a lot of Christians that work with us against evangelical extremism and Christian nationalism. What's the name of it? AU. It's Americans United. Americans United is that nonprofit in favor of separation of church and state. It's a coalition of atheists and Christians and Muslims and Buddhists and all kinds of different people. Americans United for the separation of church and state. So there are a lot of good Christians out there. It's not, you know what Christianity does? It polarizes people. And it makes you very sure of your own existing beliefs. If you believe that gay people are icky when you start down this Christian road, you're going to find verses to fortify that, and you're going to be not 100% sure you're correct, but 110% sure you're correct on that. If you believe there's nothing wrong with being gay, you're going to fortify that position by reading the Bible and seeing Jesus say, love your neighbor as yourself, love everybody, take care of your fellow man or whatever. It polarizes people and it pushes them into positions and makes them absolutely refuse to change their minds. So some Christians are good people because they're just good people, and that's it. They're just, they're not bad. And some Christians are bad people because they were always bad people at heart. Anyway, we need to eliminate Christianity specifically if we have any hope of moving forward with a 21st century society. Reading this charitably, I would assume that what they mean is talk people out of being Christian. Not eliminate Christians, but Christianity as a concept. Take that for what you will. I mean, some people would be offended by that, and I would understand. We need to boycott this and fight back if we want to save women's rights. Are we not boycotting this? I think we're all boycotting it if we're not happy with it. If you know any religious person, break all contact with them. Oh, that's not a good idea. They're hateful bigots promoting anti-women sentiment. Once they notice they're getting excommunicated from society, we can start actually advancing as a proper nation. No, it's a bad idea. Don't do that. It's not helpful. That's not moving us forward. We need to not break apart like Jehovah's Witnesses would. We need to mend together like Americans United, like that organization. We need to work together to fight the scourge of extremism. That's it. Let's see. We need to stick together and boycott Christianity. Here's how we fight back. Do not have contact with any Christians. That is stupid. Don't do that. Do not support any Christian business. That's, well, if it's explicitly evangelical Christian, I'm in. Like Chick-fil-A, I'm totally down for that. But if it's just like a Christian, like, really? Do not have any contact with people who eat at Chick-fil-A. Okay, now you're going multiple levels deep with shunning. Come on, no shunning. Don't shun people. Unfriend any Christians on social media. Post in support of women's rights. Post against Christianity. Wear shirts promoting r/atheism. Okay, this is a little cringy now. Tell everyone you know to join in. Call your representatives. Tell them we don't tolerate Christianity anymore. Yeah, this isn't good. Don't do that. Vote for only non-Christians. What non-Christians do you think you're going to be voting for? Yeah, this is a little cringy and painful. We saw Wall Street bets take down the stock markets. We saw how our politics contributed to an election victory. I've personally seen this subreddit help me escape the cult of Christianity. Reddit can change the world. We can do this together, Reddit. We can eliminate this disease to society once and for all. Spread the word. Yeah, this is cringy. And you know what else is cringy? When people say, Reddit, do your thing, or together we can eliminate blah, 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 or we've seen Wall Street bets do this. We can also blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's not how anything works. It's an organizing tool. Twitter is also an organizing tool. There are all kinds of organizing tools. Anyway, wow. Oh, well, I think that's a little stupid to unsub over, but okay, whatever. You feel free. The fact that unironically said Reddit can change the world. Lamau. Yeah, this is cringy. Every time I hear somebody say that, it's super cringy. And a lot of the time, I'll see some Reddit post that says, this guy is trying to hide this picture from the internet. Reddit, do your thing. And it's so painfully stupid to me. God. Wear shirts promoting r/atheism. Lamafau. They hate George Floyd. So I just looked it up, and George Floyd was a Christian. Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, the person was talking about evangelicals in that part, it seems, right? And also, I'm not even sure, like, did he ever speak on Christianity? Who knows? Anyway, the point is that, yeah, they can be cringy sometimes. But I wanted to take a look at, like, what r/atheism has said about their reputation. The reputation of this sub. I've been on this sub for many months now. It's been a cool experience. Nice to talk with like-minded people. But as soon as I leave this echo chamber and look at the comments under religion/atheism related posts anywhere on social media, there are tons of comments like cringe Reddit atheists incoming, or go back to r/atheism, or even Reddit atheists, which are being liked/upvoted by many people. Yeah, and that's interesting because I think that most of Reddit is atheist, or at least non-Christian. So I thought, is this sub's reputation really that bad, and why? I heard people saying we are intolerant haters and malicious agitators, but how do they come to this assumption? Most posts I see on here are the stories of people losing their faith, contradictions in the Bible, and atheism-related news. Posts and comments aren't always worded in the most respectful way, but they are never hateful, plus trolling and brigading is forbidden anyway. So why do people not like r/atheism? This person says, are those people just angry about the fact that we have a community and like to give our opinions on religious topics, or do they actually have a point and there really aren't that many cringe people on this sub commenting hateful and inappropriate stuff? I think that atheism by default like makes people angry, makes Christians angry, like very angry most of the time. Like there's something in them that it just like deeply bothers them that there are atheists out there. It's weird. And that, coupled with things like what we saw a few minutes ago, like this guy saying we need to boycott Christians, those two things coupled together leads to this type of thing right here, in my opinion. Like really, really bad reputation. Anyway, let's continue here. Is this sub's reputation really that bad, and why? And this person says, yes, because the religious really don't like being called out on their bullshit. They will say whatever they want about us because we're the enemy. So they feel justified lying about us in every way their silly little heads can think of, which, you know, is pretty much just the same thing screamed ad nauseum. I agree. I think that's a big component to this. But aside from that, I think that what we're seeing here with this dude who says we can eliminate this disease from society once and for all, I think this is a minority of people on there. I don't think you usually see this type of deal on there. But that contributes to it, certainly. Anyway, tell me what you think about it in the comments. It's just like really interesting that they have such a bad reputation. Like I said, I think it's partially earned. And then the rest is just hating atheists. Tell me your thoughts.